Hello, everyone, and welcome to DB Live. For the next week and a half, we will be sharing a special video each night for you and your family to enjoy. Some nights it will be more fun and lighthearted, and other nights it will be something to invite the spirit. But every night it will include some of your very favorite Deseret book authors and artists. So, without further ado, let's do this. Have you ever wished that you could go behind the scenes of Don't Miss This? Are you one of the many people who have Googled, who is Emily Belle Freeman married to? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in luck because today we are taking you for a special behind the scenes look at the YouTube channel you watch every week in hopes that next week maybe you'll accept the fact that David Butler and Emily Belle Freeman are not married to each other. So, come to meet Emily's husband, Greg, and David's wife, Jenny, but stay for the spiritual thought at the end. And be sure to hang with us after Emily and David are finished for a very special giveaway. Trust me when I say you're not going to want to miss this.
Hi, everybody. I'm David Butler.
I'm Emily Freeman.
This is not Don't Miss This.
Behind the scenes of Don't Miss This. We thought you might think it's fun to see where we record, also to see who we're married to, maybe to hear some of the things we like to do when we're not doing Don't Miss This. So we're starting in the basement. Do you want to give the basement tour? Should I?
Okay, sure.
Where we record, everyone. This is what the basement looks like.
You told me I was going to give the tour, and now you're giving the tour.
Okay, give the tour.
That is a chalkboard. That is a stack of hymn books that Emily stole from a church.
That is not true. Listen, there was a church getting remodeled and they ordered all new hymn books and they said you could buy those for 25 cents each. And who doesn't want hymn books in their basement? Go on.
So now, instead of singing from them, we have to stack them up so that the webcam could fit right on top of it.
I would think how do I show all of that setup? See, that's professional.
Yeah, all the things, the most janky setup in the world, but it does its thing.
There's the microphone.
And the harp that I'm going to play during Old Testament year because David plays a harp.
Now everyone can't wait for the Old Testament.
Should we skip the Dr.
If you were to come over for Don't Miss This, and you could sit on the couch right here and watch. Who wants to come over?
No one. Once Christian came over and watched an episode, and now he has never wanted to come again.
Okay, there's the basement, everyone. Now,
that's where all the magic happens.
Where all the magic happens. What does it look like on recording day? David walks in the house. On his way down the stairs, we talk about who's going to teach what. We wipe off the board. Then he draws all the pictures on the whole board. I set up all the computer and the microphone and all that stuff at the same time. And then we push play. Usually we record on our first try. Rarely do we have to do a second take, which is so nice.
Today we did 4 takes.
That was terrible.
Okay, are you by Greg? Because I'm going to make Jenny
I'm by Greg because this is so fun. Megan, my daughter, was on the computer the other day on Google for some reason searching for something. And then she said, the most asked question for Emily Belle Freeman is, who is Emily Belle Freeman married to? That's the most asked question. So everybody, this is who I'm married to. That's Greg.
Hello.
And the most asked question about me is, where did I get such a cool shirt? The second most asked question is, how did you land that girl? Ain't that true, Jenny?
Yes.
Yes, it is. That is true. Okay, we thought this might be fun. Do you want to know how we both met our spouses? Who should go first?
Respond, so we just get to say, wait, we go first?
Yeah, sure. You go first.
Okay, I didn't know if you said that. Okay, Jenny and I met in Provo on a section of BYU campus called the MTC. Ha! So we were the same MTC group and went to the same mission, and she fell in love with me in the MTC and then just wanted to marry me the whole time. So that
Jenny,
is
tell the real story, Jenny.
Not true. He was actually supposed to go out with my sister, and
we really did serve in the same mission.
We did. We served in the same
part
mission.
is true.
We were travel companions to Korea. And then
Sometimes we whisper love notes in Korean to each other.
Better and better.
anyway, yeah, long story short, we got married.
We got married, and then we had all sorts of children. Hey, there are some. Come say hi on this camera. Come. And you too. Yeah, everyone come for a second. This is Jones. He's number 5. So sometimes we want to call him Cinco, but the name Jones is so cool, we don't. You can smile. Oh, there's little L. That's L. They matched. Look, not on purpose, but there's L. Who else? Anyone else? We have other children? We don't know. Okay, you guys tell how you met, and maybe more kids come.
Okay,
We'll
so
hope
fun.
no more kids come. But you know.
We don't want any more kids. But we do like the 5 we have a lot. We have 5 kids. You tell how we met. This will be fun.
No, you can't. I think it's just fantastic. We met at a section of BYU.
No, we did not. This is fun. My dad was Greg's mission president on his mission. So we're mission marrieds also, just like those guys are. But I was at BYU when Greg was on his mission, and then I came home for Christmas, and then
She sent me love letters.
I did not, but I did love Greg right when I saw him. Everyone, that is true. And then Greg came home from his mission 1 month later, and I went to his homecoming because I loved him, and I had cut a picture of him out of my dad's mission yearbook in my apartment at BYU, and I kept it there. And then I went to his homecoming. I was so excited. I made him a little gift box of all of the memories of the mission to give to him. And we were standing in the foyer after his homecoming, and he was going around everybody and introducing them. And then he got to me and said, "And this is my mission president's daughter, and I can't remember your name." And then took his picture off the wall in my apartment because I thought that was the end of that. But don't worry, everybody, it all worked out in the end. And we got married in December of that next year, a year after Greg got home. Super fun. So there you go. Okay, introduce us to all the rest of your people.
Okay, I don't know who didn't come. There's Jane. Right there. There's cute Jane. And there is Christian. Right there. Here's Jones again, and Elle, who still want to be friends. And there's little Caleb. He is about to win Fortnite. So he has to concentrate on that for 1 second. And then I have a Jack somewhere.
There he is.
Oh, there's Jack right there. Look at this crew.
Yeah,
This
look
is
how
like
your quarantine is more fun than ours is.
Yeah.
It's true. It is pretty fun.
And Caleb right here is having his best life in the world because normally he has no friends at home. But now he has 5 other friends and that phone. So he has like 6 friends. So.
That's so fun. We have 5 kids. Our oldest is in Omaha. He just graduated from medical school and is moving to Oregon. And then our second, that's Caleb and Maria. And they have a brand new baby just this week. And then Luca, who's 2. And then we have Garrett and Natalie and Kingston and Araya. And they are living in California right now and training for the NFL. And then we have Josh and Janae in Lehigh, which makes us so happy. They're right by us. And then we have Megan and Tyson in Ogden. And then we have Grace, who is serving a mission in Sacramento. and she gets
7
home
days.
in 7 days. Everyone, we
1
are
week, great.
not gonna lie, we're really excited. I got the yellow ribbons yesterday. We're getting ready. That's gonna be fun. Then we won't be so lonely in quarantine.
Yeah.
Well, the whole world's about to get funner when Grace comes home.
Yes, that's so true. Everybody wants to meet Grace. You will. Don't worry. We'll bring Grace on so you can meet her. Okay, what if you could share one thought with everyone about what's been on your mind lately, what would it be?
Okay, this is something that's been on my mind. It's something I read this morning. And it's in Acts chapter 8. And this is interesting because this is right at the beginning, of the church, and mostly it's centered in Jerusalem. And yet it was God's vision all along that the message of redemption and salvation go to the whole world. But they just kind of been in that spot because that's where they last saw Jesus's glory, is right there in Jerusalem. But it's cool because it says this. Chapter 8 is talking about Saul, who's consenting unto the death of Stephen, one of the disciples. And he says, at that time, there was a great persecution against the church, which was at Jerusalem. And they were all scattered abroad throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria. And it's just interesting that nobody wants persecution. Nobody wants their life to be disrupted or interrupted. But it was that interruption and sort of that persecution, that tribulation that pushed them out into the rest of the world. And I've just been thinking about how, like, the things I'm learning and experiencing right now that I wouldn't have without the situation that we're in. I don't like it at all. I'm not a homebody. I'm an extrovert. I want people. I need people. I'm usually go, 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 go. But I really have felt like I've been pushed into better relationships with my kids. I've been pushed into thinking more, and quiet is really good for me. And just kind of looking at my life, and I've honestly had times to think like, man, what do I want to do with my life? Like, what's my purpose? I've got so caught up in just like the run that it's like, are you even doing it with purpose? And I think these are lessons that God wanted me to learn all along. And it's neat that this particular interruption is kind of pushing me to that place. It's pushing me to an uncomfortable place. And now I am seeing, like the disciples who only saw Jesus in Jerusalem and then started seeing him other places. I feel like now I'm seeing him in other places because I'm being pushed there. And that is a benefit. I will look back on this time, I know, and say, that was a golden and magical experience for me. That it ended good. So I already know that's happening. I want it to be over. I want to say that lesson tomorrow, but I've learned it. We done. But I know I'll look back with fondness on it.
I think too, as I think about what you shared from Acts chapter 8, it's interesting because I've also been reading in Acts chapter 8 this week, which is random because we're supposed to be in the Book of Mormon. But where I was looking was just a little bit down from where you were looking. And it's going to be in the last end of that chapter. Philip wakes up one morning and the Spirit says, arise and go toward the south. And he gets up and he goes. And as he goes toward the south, he sees a eunuch in his chariot and he's reading scripture. And he comes up to him and says, do you understand what you're reading? And he says, well, how could I unless someone should show me what I'm reading? And I love that Philip just jumps right up next to him and is like, okay, let me continue this conversation where you are right now. And there's this one verse that says in verse 36 of Acts 8, and as they went on their way. And I love that from that moment forward, they journeyed together. And one thing that I think is interesting is it's so interesting to me that the entire world right now is having the same journey. We all are. It doesn't matter what country you're in your house with your family and we're all doing sacrament at home on Sundays, and we're all, the same news is affecting all of us right now equally. It was so interesting because the other day Megan said the prayer, and she said, Heavenly Father, would you please send a miracle for your whole earth? And I thought to myself, we are so united right now in our plea for the same prayer, and we're having the same learning, and we're having the same experience with our brothers and sisters in Africa and in China and in Russia and everywhere, all over. We're having the same experience, and we're on this journey together. I love that line, and as they went on their way. And I have thought a lot lately about when I wake up in the morning, the things that the Spirit is prompting me to do, and the people that I'm having conversations with, and that same thing that we're slowing down enough to be able to have those kinds of conversations with people and to let the Spirit lead us. And we're asking questions and we're listening for solutions. And in our home, we're having a lot of priesthood blessings, and we're receiving counsel from God. And I'm grateful for that in the quarantine, just the relationships that are coming out of the slowing down. And we're the same. We would really like, particularly economy and business wise, for things to get back to normal. It's affecting in our family. We are feeling the effects of that so drastically. But I also, at the same time, feel, I just feel that same teaching that is taking place that you were talking about, that we're being refined and we're being taught and we're being tutored and we're learning things that we couldn't be taught in any other way. And it's so interesting that he's figured out a way to do that for all of his children at the same time.
Yeah, that is crazy. That friendship never, that connection between those two, they're such wildly different people, would never have come together. And it's like, now we've got this, all of humanity is our congregation, you know, like we're all
the same cause. And when was the last time we all had the same cause?
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful. Jenny and I were talking the other day. It was like, man, we've really come together as a world. And when this is over, like Elder Holland invited, wouldn't it be nice if we all came together as a world again? Like we can do it. How fast could we solve hunger? How fast can we solve if we all were so laser focused on it?
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
a lot of good would come from it. It's awesome. Did you ever notice in that verse, that one that you're reading from, when he goes down, it says he goes down south, which is desert. And it's interesting. It was a desert place, but there's such a beautiful story that happens in a desert place. It's like,
so good. And it's amazing how quickly God can unify all of his children if he wants to.
Yeah, which he did.
Okay, well, we hope you liked meeting all of our people and seeing all of our places, and we loved being with you, and we'll see you again in a week. We'll be together learning again in a week, and we love that. But that's one of the things that we do love, is studying with all of you. So thanks for being a part of this community and being a part of everything we're working on. We love all of you. We love being with you.
Yeah.
So
Bye,
good.
Butlers.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
All right, folks, it is time to kick off DB Live right with a very special and exciting giveaway. So I've got a whole list because there are so many things, but first of all, we're going to be giving away 2 sets of tickets for Time Out for Women for you or someone you love to pick any stop on our fall tour to enjoy. Next, in honor of David and Emily, we are giving away copies of their newest book. So first, we're giving away 1 copy of Don't Miss This in the Book of Mormon, which if you haven't checked that out, it is amazing. And then we're giving away 1 copy of Emily's newest book, Grace Where You Are, and David's newest book, Redeemer. I've read both, and they are both exceptional. So all you have to do to enter is comment on this video, and we will randomly select the winner and notify them, and we also will put their name in the comments. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead, comment on this video, and we'll be back with you tomorrow night.